Hello and welcome back. So, the people who weren't here when we played this game 2 weeks ago, we got to a mission after doing so. It's episodic, so there's a few stories, and we're just going to continue at the beginning of a new story. So, what's really good is if you haven't seen it, you haven't missed out anything, and if you have seen it, you get to know all the things we got wrong earlier. So, actually, we were doing quite well. We somehow managed to score full points on every mission so far, which is kind of a mystery to us because at certain points we didn't know what we're doing, and we even let someone die, but apparently they died at a moment but no one cared about them, so poor them. Didn't affect my score. Survived. Right, so the way this game works, it's just a click and point game with interspersed space battles. The space battles often come at the start of a mission, and for our sanity we are going to skip the one on this mission because it wasn't much fun last time. And I did it in the week, so we wouldn't have to do it. That does mean you missed a tiny bit of dialogue. Basically, Harry Mudd messaged us. He claimed because he's part of the Federation we had to support him, and Kirk and Spock were not amused. So that's when we had to fly to another place, and that's where we found him. So I'm just going to load the game, because there was some fun dialogue to explain what was going on when we got here. There we go, and I'll let you listen. If you've not got sound, I can possibly sort that. Means that it's not capturing the sound. Do you get sound? Do you get the game sound? Doesn't actually look like it's capturing it today. Yeah, you can hear me. It's whether you can hear the game sound. I'm just going to have a quick see what's going on there. Audio output capture. I'll tell you what could be going on. I think I know. There you go. Is that the sound? That brought it back? So I let you listen to the dialogue, but actually you couldn't hear it. That was a shame. Well, there we go. But now you can listen to the wonderful beep of the Enterprise bridge. Yay. Right. So now I need to see what's going to happen next. Get my controller back. Let's ask Spock.
I would very much like to see this alien ship, but the prospect of dealing with Harcourt Fenton Mudd again gives me pause.
So I think we can off to Hale.
Our orders are to render whatever assistance we can, sir.
Let's beam over then.
Captain, the shields are up.
Oh. Let's not pretend the captain
Lower
forgot to turn the
shields,
shields off.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
Let's see if we can not kill the red shirt this time.
Welcome, Captain Kirk. So
glad you're here. The Elazi have been terrible trouble to me.
Well, you're terrible trouble to me, Harry. Tell me what this is all about.
I happened upon this ship not long ago, and dutifully registered as salvage, mind you. In the hold here, I discovered one of these devices in that box over there. When I tried one on a wall, it floated off the grease and dirt. Perfect for cleaning, near as I could see. I peddled a few of these Mudd's Miracle Degrimers, and everything was going perfectly well.
Then something went wrong, right?
Actually, no, Doctor, not then. I'd started offering a few other little items I found. Mudd's Limited Coffee Substitute, a great little specialty item. Lenses to a firm packaging build-your-own telescope kits. The collection of novelty paints, things like that. All of a sudden, the Elazi pirates are asking for me in every quadrant, wanting to know where I'm getting my goods.
I see, Harry. Well, we'll look around here while the Enterprise remains close by.
Look around all you like, Captain, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. I've registered this derelict as my salvage, and I don't want you running off with all my prizes.
Harry, as official representatives of the Federation and of Starfleet, we recognize your rights to legitimate salvage. Need I say more?
I understand perfectly, Captain. You carry on, Captain.
Yep, so there we go. We recognise Harry Mudd. That looks like something I can pick up. I don't know what it is.
You fail to obtain any... Done.
Yeah, I can shift the text around, but the scenes actually move around, so for most of the time it's better to be able to see the chat than it is to be able to necessarily see the game. Not much is going to happen over this side. And now you can actually hear what they're saying. It shouldn't be a problem. But if it is, let me know and I'll move stuff around. I can make the chat smaller.
You fail to obtain...
Right. So what have I actually picked up?
Harcourt Fenton Mudd. Of course he's going to be honest and fair with you.
That's interesting that the computer got sarcastic with me. So I have two things. Let's see what they are.
Shiny dodecagons as long as one's hand. Highly reflective. Shimmering with the prismatic rainbow look of oil on water.
I'm pained by the fact that presumably that should be a dodecahedron.
One of Mudd's Miracle Degrimers.
Definitely.
This lens about the size of one's thumbnail.
Well, that's pretty worth picking up.
Done.
Can I grab something from his
You
box?
fail to obtain... You fail to obtain...
Okay. So we just start looking at everything in this room and then we'll walk on to the next one. I may even talk to Harry
This
Mudd.
container holds small mechanical components unfamiliar to you.
Thank you, computer. Ooh, something up there? No. Big hooks. Let's talk to Harry Mudd. How badly did that
Heck,
go?
my friend! When have I ever given you the slightest bit of trouble?
There was the time that you tried to commandeer the Enterprise to sell Wive to miners. And then there was the time you stole the Enterprise to exchange us for androids, who were holding you prisoner.
Perhaps there have been a few minor misunderstandings.
Not sure
Don't
there
push
is
your luck, Harry.
Right, well, the only thing I want to do, because it's what my brain tells me we should do.
These two things fit together like they were...
Yeah, I can't remember why we want to do that. I think it now becomes a weapon. But, you know, for people who followed me last week, you know how bad my memory was. Ooh, that is strange.
These cylinders have fallen down from the rest. These cylinders have fallen down... Two yellow triangular buttons.
As you know,
An
don't push
elaborate
buttons.
piece of alien-looking machinery. An elaborate piece...
Lights which don't do anything. A door.
A large claw-like device hanging from the ceiling. A row of unmarked cylindrical containers.
Right. But yeah, things will kill us quite easily.
You look but see nothing of...
Guessing we can't pick those up. They're far too big to pick up.
This is much too heavy.
Yeah, thank you for stating the obvious. Right, because the game will kill us with no mercy.
Save new game.
Yes, we can start a stream. Eat. Cool. Right, let's just push some random buttons now. That's what we do. That's how I use computers. If they don't work, just push stuff. Can't just push the buttons.
3 triangular blue.
That's interesting, isn't it? Why don't you just use the thing we learned last time that you can use Spock with things. That makes no sense.
The device has finished loading, Captain.
I have no idea what I've done. Did we use him again? Fair enough. We unload. Didn't blow anything up though.
The device has been...
I wonder if it depends what button I click. Nope. We can unload and load a strange metal cylinder. There we go. Not amazing.
The device has finished loading, Captain.
Let's see what happens next. Oh, feel free to make suggestions. Like a med bay? The Claw. Yeah, it's like one of those prize games, isn't it? Except the prize is terrible. It's like we can just pick up something
We
random.
won't be able to operate any of this equipment unless we can learn more about the aliens.
We just operated some equipment absolutely fine.
We won't be able to
It's just because McCoy is a... I didn't use a tricorder in that last room. We'll probably have to try that in a moment. I think McCoy's...
I certainly see nothing there.
I failed to see...
We won't be able to
No, we can't do that. Let's tricorder.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report.
Right, some beds. It's not the best interface.
This seems to be the main monitoring station for the beds. Above it is some sort of dispensary. Small containers,
Liquid containers and beds from
padded inclines.
So we've got some beds, some tubes of liquid, and nothing much else. That's something. Don't know why I actually just used Kirk on it, but look at what we just found.
A multi-purpose repair tool.
Could be useful if I want to multi-purpose repair something. That's great. That's like one of those dodecahedrons.
You see a plain gray a control console from which operators run the ship.
Well, say operators run the ship. There's no one here. Ah.
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this.
This is clearly the control center for the ship, Captain. I cannot deduce much information, but I do observe two things.
Go on, Mr. Spock.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
Not helping.
This shouldn't be
Spock.
surprising. After all, there are 2 stations.
That may be, Doctor. But if you'll recall, all the Enterprise's different stations link into the same computer network bank. And
What else can you determine at this stage, Mr. Spock?
these people have a fixation for the number 6, and even divisors and multiplicans thereof. 3s and 12s in particular. I believe this may be the necessary first clue to understanding the aliens.
3 6s and 12s. There we go.
Mr. Spock, come take a look at this.
This station...
Okay, can we push the button? We're still using Kirk, so use him.
This station definitely is configured differently. This station
Okay,
definitely...
just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. How unexciting. Try the tricorder on it, maybe that'll tell us something.
Evidently the aliens bridge their centralized control. A closer look may provide...
Okay, I think we've done the closer look. Can we walk out here? Another room. Someone's definitely broken things on here. I think we need to get power going.
This platform contains the control console for the ship's computer library. Data.
So let's use you, Spock, on it. Will that work?
I fail to see the logic. This seems to activate the ship's computer bank control node. Given the alien's predilection for multiples of 3,
That would be quite a find, Jim. This is an alien race unknown to us, and they are certain to have knowledge new to us.
were the universal translator available, this would be simple.
With the Enterprise out of range, that's not an option, Mr. Spock. What else can you do?
I believe if Dr. McCoy and I conjoin our 2 tricorders, we may be able to process enough sample data to get a basic understanding of the alien's computer system. This will completely tie up both our tricorders for an extended amount of time, however.
I mean, I guess we want to do that.
Both our tricorders are now working on basic processing of the alien's computer data system. The tricorders are not the equal of the universal translator, but we should be able to retrieve basic information and get an insight into their culture and life systems. I don't believe we could have gotten even this far had we not deduced their fixation on base 6 mathematics and
Good thing I looked
aesthetics.
at those computers.
The tricorders are again available for general use. The alien ship's computer data is now accessible from the ship's library. I believe I have downloaded enough information to our tricorders to
That
enable
was
operation of
surprisingly
most
easy
of the ship's
and a
controls,
surprisingly short
Captain.
time. Right, let's save, because now I can operate.
There's nothing there.
I will probably do something that will kill me.
Save new game. Replace.
Right. I'm curious what this is.
This might be a data screen.
Apparently an information data screen. Not all topics will necessarily be available, Captain. Nor do I believe we can get full details on all data. The tricorders could only do so much processing. It would be worth
To say nothing of fulfilling our mandate to seek out new life and new civilizations.
I'm receiving data now, Captain. Most internal and external functions are controlled from the bridge. These include engineering, navigation, communications, and sensors. Weapons functions are controlled from the weapons room.
Okay.
I have found an entry on an experimental
just
long-range
click on the
weapon
same things a lot.
booster recently installed, named the Whyos weapon. It does not alter the power of the primary weapon systems, but it does increase the range at which those weapons are effective. I believe I can produce a picture of a member of their race, Captain.
By all means, Spock.
Look at their physiology, Jim. I think this explains the Lashaeans' fascination with 3s and 6s.
It should be no surprise that physiology affects mind and behavior. I would say a 6-fingered, 6-eyed people would naturally develop their sciences and arts around base 6 numerical systems,
Only got 5.
just as I observed on the bridge.
Medical knowledge is comprehensive and lifespan is extended considerably over archaic expectations with maintenance of quality of life. Interesting data here about the 6-eyed vision processing in the brain. Their eyesight must have been excellent and almost 300 degrees around.
I think it's the first time McCoy and Spock have got along and been friends. That's a rare occurrence. Can we do anything with this now? We've got that to come up.
There's nothing there required.
Nothing to report.
You look but see nothing.
Click on McCoy.
I certainly see nothing.
Right, so I think we've done quite well there. Surprisingly well. So the computers now work, so let's try that. And Spock. They look the same. That's Spock. I told you to go to that one. You said they were different
This is the
terminals.
secondary station. With the limited understanding we now have of the library computer data, these controls can now be activated. Available are sensors, navigation, engineering, done, sensors. The Enterprise is in combat with a number of
that explains why
Elassian
they're not
pirate
nearby.
ships half a parsec toward the neutron star sector. I read debris identifiable with the pirates, but they continue to harass the Enterprise. Sensors, navigation. The computer reports this ship is incapable of navigating anywhere at all without major repairs. We are definitely dead in space until the Enterprise returns, Captain. Sensors, navigate, engineer, done. Engineering, navigate,
Engineering is what we want.
The engine pods are damaged, but still generating power, Captain. Sensors.
Okay. So what happens?
The Enterprise is in combat. Sensors.
Oh, so I need it done, sorry.
The Enterprise is in Sensors.
Right,
Navigate,
click does
engine
weird
done.
things. So, can I use the other terminal? Because I clicked. Use Kirk on here.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Really? So
Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary...
Communications.
The Enterprise is out of range for this equipment. Under the condition...
Communications. View screen. I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time we saw it. Communications.
good sarcasm. You know, that took me, what, 20 minutes to turn on a
View
view
screen.
screen?
Done.
He's being
Communications.
sarcastic.
View screen.
Done.
So we got told there were 2 terminals. I think we've used both of them.
There is nothing at the moment.
There's another door in that room though, so let's see how that goes.
Why, Captain, I see you got this machine to work. I tried to get it up and running for the longest time.
Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for... Get away from that this instant, Harry, or I'll shoot you where you stand. Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone.
Yeah, let's get that.
Why, Kirk, I didn't think you had it in you.
I mean, it's probably going to
Thank
regret it
you.
with Harry Mudd, but shooting him did not seem a good option. Okay, there's another door there. What are these things?
Unique, Captain. I believe these are self-referencing packed quantum cartridges.
Power boosters. Oh, I've read about those, but they're just theoretical.
Evidently, these are more than theoretical, Lieutenant Buchert. The energy initially released is infinitesimally small, but boosts itself until the power finally released is comparable to our photon torpedoes.
The technical journals discussing the possibilities indicated it would create a weapon of greater range than those we have now, if not a greater punch.
The machinery to deliver these cartridges would be an engineering feat as well, Captain.
So it was worth tricordering them.
Unique, Captain. I believe
Power booster.
evidently
The technical
thing.
journal.
the machinery to...
Cool, okay. Does Spock now have a better use of this terminal? I bet not. I'm sure I must be more careful.
I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest... I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk, I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't
Interesting.
understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest such a thing.
I kind of want to take it back because I kind of think it's going to get you points. It's kind of how the game works, but it's kind of also like I feel I'm going to just blow us all up, which would be a bit embarrassing. Or I'm sure we can come back and change that decision
I fail
later.
to see the...
Yeah, I want to walk. I wonder what's in that. Oh, he's back here now. Okay. Just realised I have that little sphere, don't I? I wonder if that's... I know I believed plenty of people last time, but it was an accident, and I then had to repeat it, and I got it wrong again, and eventually I realised I needed to talk. So this time I'm talking. Learn from my mistakes. I only use stun.
You can't seem to make...
Can we use Spock on... Oh.
Nothing happens.
Okay, it's not going to let me do anything more with that. This is frustrating. Did well there at the beginning and now. There's another door into here, isn't there, as well? We'll have to go around the long way. How is he everywhere? Oh no, that's not good.
Why, Captain!
Jim, that doesn't look good at all. Harry, let me take a look at you and check whether that had some deleterious effect.
No, you're all space aliens. You're little gray men
No
from
good.
inside the hollow earth. You want to experiment on my body parts. Stay away from me!
We can also fight
Deleterious
with Harry.
effects. I guess I don't even need my tricorder to know that.
You'll mind control me, kidnap my children,
Do you think
dissect
Spock
my
can
dog.
Vulcan pinch him?
If we can get him on one of the beds and get it active, I think he can be cured. Otherwise, he's likely to become increasingly violent.
Stay away from me!
Vulcan pinch. Yes.
All yours now, Doctor.
Cool. Something that worked well. Use the doctor.
The volatile chemicals have evaporated over the time the derelict hung in space. I need to refill the capsule dispenser for the bed to activate and effect a cure on our friend Harry here.
Okay, I'm going to save since we have now
Save
found.
new game. Replace.
Let's see if there's anything stupid yet. Use McCoy on here.
I certainly see nothing there.
Spock can use it.
I failed to see the...
Okay, that makes less sense. What did that even do? Did I pick something up? Okay, I've got a green thing.
There's nothing there.
Literally is something there requiring ship's doctor. I mean, all these capsules don't seem green, so that seems a little bit dangerous just to take whichever random one comes out. Did I get a different colour? No. Oh, let's just use it with the bed.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Yeah, I get it. Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing happens.
Okay, we can keep fiddling with this thing. That's not doing anything. Use a medical tricorder on this patch down here.
There's nothing there requiring.
Maybe use the normal tricorder.
Nothing to report. I failed to see the...
Oh, suggestions are always welcome. I just have no idea what is going on with it. So, medical
There's nothing
tricorder.
there requiring.
Nothing needs doctor. Using random green
Nothing
screen.
happens. Nothing happens.
Can I use it back on here? Ooh. It's a bit weird.
The capsule slide into the machinery on the bed exactly as
Okay,
they're
that's-
designed to.
That's what
I'm
frustrates
telling
me.
the program, our physiology is not the same
Take
as
it
the
out.
aliens'
Okay.
physiology. Don't want it to try to cure us of being human.
That would be too much to hope for, would it not, Doctor?
Particularly when we're talking about Harry Mudd.
I can't see this going well though.
Harcourt Fenton Mudd, 3 of the most prominent psychologists in the galaxy, became famous by publishing case studies in sociopathy about him.
Interesting, but I... Will you now touch him? Now we can work on him.
Okay, Harry, you should start to feel better in a few minutes. Just lie there quietly until you feel like moving.
Oh, Give me something for this headache, Doc.
Got
A
it.
herd of Hamari tree elephants landed behind my eyeballs and did a mating dance.
Right, so let's just leave him there for now, because what could possibly go wrong? And let's see if we can actually get to that box he keeps rummaging through. And I think he's everywhere and anywhere all the time.
Kirk, my friend, when have I ever...
There was the time...
Perhaps there...
Don't push your luck.
Okay, that's not very useful. I don't know what thing we picked up was. I'm really not confident where to go next. So we've made him better. Brilliant. Have we triggered enough? We've probably triggered something, but I don't think we've actually solved any of the mysteries here.
Thanks to the library computer data.
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Arashi pirates have been driven off, Captain. We have damage and injuries among the crew. We just arrived back here a few minutes ago, and we've been trying to raise you on the communicators.
The local star seems to be acting up. Will there be a problem with the transporter?
We can do it, Captain, no problem. At least right now, but the situation is only going to get worse. Are you ready to beam over now?
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready. Yes, bring us... No, I need to have a word with Harry Mudd. No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you...
Yeah, I mean, I think we could go now, but we'll just get a really bad score. But I have no idea what else to do. Maybe try and get those weapons, which seems a little bit risky, but... we're walking very slowly. Super slow, Kirk. I mean, yeah, what could go wrong, you know? I mean, I could shoot one with a phaser. That's bound to go horribly wrong.
The device has...
So how did I... So did I try call this last time?
The control panel has...
Maybe I used Spock on it. It's interesting. I got him to do something. Maybe I locked out.
The device has finished loading. A weapons delivery system. It appears to be an accessory tied directly to the alien equivalent of our ship's phasers and photon torpedoes.
Right.
A most interesting technology.
If the Alassi gets hold of this, they'll make Mudd seem like a perfect caretaker.
Can't pick it up.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
That's just going to Maybe I kind of screwed up by saying that.
The device has been unlocked.
I've got this multi-tool.
Nothing happens.
Love to know how I got him to do a different result last time though.
A weapons delivery.
Okay, use Spock on that.
A weapons delivery system.
Right, ideas are welcome again, as always. Maybe we can repair something in here. I don't think so. I haven't seen anything broken to repair.
Nothing happens.
Ooh, there's it.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh, sorry. Look at this.
Kirk is silently worried about what is happening.
Okay, that's why that was lighting up. It was Kirk, it's not there.
Databanks erased.
It appears our good friend Harry Mudd has crashed the main computers. I doubt if it was a very easy thing to manage.
Spock, we're talking about Harry Mudd. He was probably trying to download it so he could sell it to the highest bidder.
That's probably not
And
good.
instead, he wiped the memory. That knowledge was priceless.
At least our life support system isn't dependent on the alien computer.
I believed, Captain, that the basic functions of the ship remain even now. This is the library module. The art, history, and cultural memory of the aliens are gone, but the mechanical necessities of sickbay, engineering, and
We're not going to do well on
sensors
this mission, are we?
continue to work.
But their essence, their soul...
Illogical, Captain. This race has been
Yeah. Feel we completely messed this one up. So I guess we should have not let Mudd break everything. We can just go on and finish. And presumably we also want to... Which maybe if I'd done something about him it would have helped. Not very satisfying.
Kirk, my friend!
There was the time that you...
Perhaps the...
Don't push your luck,
nothing
Harry.
there. And then we've got this, which we haven't really worked out how to use. So I think there were two opportunities I may have messed up there. Frustrating. So let's go. Let's get a really low score.
Thanks to the library computer...
Communications. New developments, Mr. Scott?
The neutron star is causing more and more problems, Captain. I would...
Later, Mr. Scott. Very well, bring us home, Mr.
Yep, I reckon we've got about half the things done there, at best.
We have read your report on the problems at Harapan and
Oh, well.
evaluate your performance at 62%. You and your crew received 1 commendation points. A satisfactory performance, Captain, but there's still room for improvement.
Okay, 1 point.
I'd like to strap Mudd to a photon torpedo bone.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for Stella Mudd to meet her long-lost husband on Starbase 7, sir.
Approved, Lieutenant. Take us out of here, Mr. Sulu.
Right. Well, we got the save there if we ever want to go back and do that again, which we may do. That was a disaster. But somehow we finished
Feathered
it.
serpent.
Captain's log, stardate 5097.3. Starfleet reports major military activity in the Klingon sector near Krakur, a planet on the edge of Klingon space. Intelligence indicates that the Klingons are mobilizing a large fleet to search for a renegade who is responsible for a disruption of unknown nature on that planet. Federation sensors have found a faint energy trail leading to the planet Zam-4 in the Digifal system. We've been ordered by Starfleet to track down the source of the energy and discover what happened on Krakur before the Klingon fleet enters Federation space. If we are not successful, the Federation and the Klingon
So I
Empire
apologise, I now have to
may
go
find
back.
themselves at war once again.
Could go horribly wrong.
Raising shields.
Let me take a,
Arming weapons.
I think we decided you couldn't do that. Ooh, before I do this, I should start a new save game. Oh, you have to, Right click is same as click.
We're off course,
Yeah, I know.
Captain.
Instruments Klingon ship is...
Damage control.
Message from the...
On screen.
Enterprise.
Right, okay, let's just load. Not save. Oh. And then we will, hopefully, we were able to beam off straight after this, and then we can save and not go to the wrong place. Or we could try and get an extra point whilst we're here. Let's see if we can do that. How did we do that last time? That was a really...
The device has been a weapons delivery system. It appears unique, Captain.
Power boosters!
Evidently, these are
The technical...
the machinery.
Okay, I think that's been after the discussion. Right. Okay. Let's contact Spock, and let's not bore you all with doing that all again. That's a shame.
Thanks to the library
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Alassi pilot.
The local star.
We can do it, Captain.
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call. Yes, bring us home, Mr. Scott.
See if we get even less points this time. Give it another go in a bit.
We have read your report on the
even
problems
less.
at Harapan and evaluate your performance as a satisfactory performance, Captain. But there's still room for
Probably
improvement.
didn't scan the
I'd like to
machine.
strap my
While you were away, Captain,
travel arrangement.
I think
Approved.
And now I will save before I fly where we need to go to, so when we get shot at by the inevitable Klingons, we do not die.
Captain's log, stardate.
Right. Save.
Save new game.
We will never talk about that mission again. Right. Map. 9. Copy protection done. Let's go.
We're off course, Captain.
Ow!
There are Elassi ships closing rapidly.
This is a mess now.
Good thing I saved.
Control.
message from the Elastic.
On screen, Lieutenant.
You shouldn't have...
Right, okay, map. So I thought we wanted to go to Harakal. And Harakal is 9, which is here, isn't it? So, how did I go wrong last time? Can I get out of this? Let's see if that works.
We're off course,
Not
Captain.
where we want to go.
Instruments indicate the Klingon ship is arming.
Damage control standing by, sir.
Message.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Enterprise.
We're not going to do very well there, are we? So let's talk to people and see where we're going to go.
Nothing to report.
Orders are to proceed to the Digifal system.
Digifal. Oh, well, that's why we're going to the wrong place. No, that was a clear stupid mistake. I mean, so the Digifal system is 7. I think it's that one. Yeah. Let's hope. Copy protection.
Captain, a Klingon battle cruiser has
Which we
entered
pushed
the
off to
system.
shoot.
Open hailing frequencies. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Klingon battlecruiser, you are in Federation space. You must leave immediately.
I am Commander Taraz of the Nizra. We are in pursuit of a genocidal criminal. We are performing an act of mercy in removing him from your space. Naturally, you will remove your vessel from this system, for your own safety, of course.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once. You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you'd be saying the same thing. Who do you think you're trying to fool, Taraz?
Right.
You are in direct
Nice
violation
and
of the Organian
Federation.
Treaty.
If we are not allowed to capture this criminal, Captain, you may do this for us. We insist that we remain here to monitor the situation, but we will take no action, provided that you can bring him to us in 12 hours.
Seems fair.
Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. Agreed.
I mean, it's not. Choice 2 seems fair too, but I think we're going to avoid the combat since how terrifyingly bad it is. But there he is. Oh, don't crash into him. Go to orbit. Wow.
Entering standard orbit.
Right, since I actually managed to talk my way through that, And to be honest, the copy
Save
protection
me
was a
things.
disaster itself. Let's give ourselves the luxury of an extra game.
Hailing frequencies open.
That didn't do anything.
I have pinpointed the source of the energy trail from Huakur.
So, probably don't want to go to the court. Let's just beam down.
Assemble a landing party. Unless we find this so-called criminal, we're going to war.
Dun dun dun. I can't see this going well. You're very quiet on the chat though. Do join in. Makes it more fun. Hello, whoever's on Facebook. I sadly can't see you on the chat for Facebook. Who is this guy?
Greetings, my children. I can barely imagine that you have
Noisy.
come so far.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise? What did you do to get the Klingons? We're not your children, and we don't appreciate this wild goose chase you forced us into. I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the
He probably
Klingons
does,
I'm
that's-
Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise.
Quaint expression. I have done nothing to anger them. I did with them what I have done with everyone.
And exactly what would you have done with them? Entering Klingon space for anything puts the peace in peril. Whatever you did has them very upset. They're raiding worlds looking for you. And exactly what would you have done with them? Entering Klingon space for anything puts the peace in peril.
Jeopardize the peace? Hardly. Peace is what I preach. I am
preaching peace to Klingons
Quetzalcoatl,
is probably
as
not
you
good.
well know from the proud history of your world.
Quetzalcoatl? How fitting you would name yourself after one of the most bloody-handed gods in Earth's history.
Bloody-handed? My people love peace.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you.
Impossible. You must be
click on the
lying.
button. And then your followers were destroyed, because when white men arrived on that continent, they were believed to be you in your promised return. Your people perverted your teachings, then were destroyed by it.
Foul, lying creatures! My gift was wasted upon you! Be gone!
Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. That was really, really bad.
Clearly are not the inheritors of the noble Aztec world. What you have said has greatly disturbed me. You should not lie so. You shall remain here until you have learned the error of angering Quetzalcoatl.
Probably should have been nicer to him. That one was not a good start. Don't pick up the snake. Can we shoot the snake with his phaser?
It is logical that an entity that professes to teach peace would... It is logical.
There's a huge amount in here.
The vine will not support.
I wanted to stun this Jake so I could pick it up.
The vine is attached to a tree.
Hi, Tom.
Nothing to report, Captain.
So I just accidentally annoyed a god.
This vine is not likely to support our weight by itself, Captain. You would have to find some way to reinforce it.
With a snake. No, that's probably not very likely.
You fail to obtain any.
I kind of want a rock or something to block this hole.
There is a tiny hole in the wall at this point. Certainly no human could crawl through
Yeah,
here.
that was obviously what I wanted to do, is put a human in it. Yeah, I completely
Nothing
baffled.
to report, Captain.
There's no way that we're getting up that wake.
Probably should have done something more sensible.
Fascinating. Our communicators have apparently
not a shock.
been rendered ineffective.
Right. He's just gonna run away every time.
You pick up some rock.
Ah, I've got a pile of rocks. I think that's... I have a snake. I have no idea what to do with a snake.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I now have a snake.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, I suspect there are snakes you can eat. Okay, now I have a snake. I don't know what to do with it. Probably should have tricordered with the snake, to be honest. I mean, how's it happy snake in my bag?
This snake is just waiting for a chance to sink its fangs into someone, especially young Starfleet security officers.
I could, you know, use snake on red shirt. That's going to go down badly, isn't it?
Those vines would be useful to escape.
Do I look like Houdini to you? I'm afraid you're going to have to...
So I think there are more vines up here.
Fascinating. It did appear to knock the vine down near to the point where one of us can reach it.
Didn't they have baseball on Vulcan? Show us your fastball, Jim.
Baseball? No one plays that anymore. Good try, though, sir.
Lieutenant Strategy. Good name.
The probability of getting the vine on the second try was only 36.53%. Well done, Captain.
Probability? That was a perfect pitch if I ever saw one.
All right, we're on our way.
No, it's not strategy. Oh, right, so let's save this. And because I have clearly already
Save new game.
annoyed the guy, we can go all... Because I get the feeling I'm going to be doing this one again as well. Is we are going to use that rope. I think there's not much else here. I don't actually have a snake in my pocket, I have it in a bag. It's a blue bag apparently. I wonder if we had to get the snake out just because the snake would have killed someone. You're right, the music is fantastic, isn't it? I can almost play this, I suspect. Yeah, I would have been useful probably for a walk from the last one. I suspect I needed those missiles, because that would have got points. I probably had to stop Mud from wiping the database. And, that may...
Everyone is healthy, Jim.
Don't know. Go back to it sometime. Hello everyone who's watching. So what, we got 6 people watching. Not all of you are talking. Well, thank you for joining in. It's nice to know you're there. Okay, so I've got up here now. Okay, I can't actually walk. I mean, I thought it's the same. You're not a number. No, none of your numbers. I love you all, but if you don't talk, I don't know if I can find your name. It'd be a little bit weird if I couldn't in a way, but...
This great tree has been in this jungle for centuries.
Ah, it's good you're less distracted. Well, Chris, first mission we did without you.
Trees to the left of you. Trees to the right of you. Into the valley of trees raced the landing party.
That was an awful pun. Yeah, first mission without you, Chris. And
trees to the left of you.
We don't do quite as well, do we? Mud was a disaster. Oh.
I am Tolokzak, priest of Quetzalcoatl. Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground.
I've got a really odd feeling that it's to do with using the snake on yourself.
Save, new, replace...
But I mean... I mean, this is probably going to kill me, but
The snake enjoys snacking on.
nope. That probably didn't hurt me though.
I will not listen to you.
I mean, using the snake on the red shirt just seems a good way to kill him.
Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass.
Well, there is a doctor here, so I guess it's all right. They never told me I'd be doing this at the academy.
You are truly a noble man, unlike the coward who is not capable of shedding his own blood. You may pass, but beware the man in the golden robe. He may lead you to your death. Use this knife to defend yourself.
I really hope, you know, one, that we, you know, let's just hope we didn't kill with red shirt, basically, that's it. Oh, where's the knife? Oh, the knife just got thrown on the ground.
You pick up the beautifully crafted.
I've just suddenly realised I probably should use a medical tricorder on him.
There's nothing there required.
Just got bitten by a snake.
There's nothing there. Well, either this Aztec is a real flesh and blood human being, or I'm going to be retired as soon as I get back to the Enterprise.
Nothing to report.
Okay, well, let's hope I didn't kill anyone, and let's just keep walking. Back to the great music. You can probably buy the album. I probably got the album with this game. It cost, bought it cheap on a sale.
Below this rock is a large.
Mushrooms. We need mushrooms.
You fail to obtain.
How can you fail to obtain mushrooms? You always need.
You
mushrooms.
fail to obtain.
I mean, you wanted me to pick up a
large
snake.
fern. Familiar glowing spheres light the path.
Familiar glowing spheres, rather than those non-familiar glowing spheres. Okay, this looks bad. Okay, well we only saved just before the snake event.
Due to the small size of the knife, I doubt it would harm such a large creature. Due to the small size...
Nothing happens.
That seems a reasonable response. I kind of feel that...
Captain, it would not be wise to cross.
Captain, perhaps I should try.
Yes, let's send a red shirt across. You know what I need is a crab in a ribcage.
The river water is too muddy to get an idea of its depth. The river water is... The log looks quite...
I don't want to throw in the red shirt. I want to actually do better than that. I just don't have a better idea. I haven't picked up anything else I can use. I mean, I suppose I got a tasty snake.
Nothing happens. The snake disappears beneath...
Oh, I've just lost my snake. Well, that was a achievement.
It is some kind of mollusk. The river seems to be its home, and it is carnivorous, eating land and river-based forms of life.
And yeah, we know phasers don't work.
Still inoperative. I fail to see the logic in that action.
It's going to kill him, isn't it, if I send him across? We're going to just have to...
Save new game.
Oop. So going to kill him.
Save new game. Replace previous...
I'll give it a try, Captain.
I mean, that works, but that clearly isn't a good one. What items do we have? Well, we now have one less red shirt we need to recover. I do these things because you're all evil people and you want them to die. Yeah, show them respect. Let's mourn the now reloaded red shirt. I mean, he did ask for it, literally asked for it, but I like to think I'm better than that, and I didn't kill him. So, yeah. Yeah, so any ideas? Anyone? Is just yes, they both got their tricorders out in a spoonerism or something. What do I have, Kim? I have 2 non-functioning phases, a rock, 2 different types of tricorder, a communicator, a first aid kit. Will it eat a first aid kit?
Why would you want to do that? Let's not go misusing a medical kit, Jim.
Medical kit. I've got a knife. What's the rating again? Of the game or of my chit chat? I mean, I suppose it depends what country you're in. We're after 9 here. I don't think I've said this is a kids channel. I wouldn't want to risk any kids watching what I say.
Nothing happens.
What's the tricorder do? The tricorder.
It is
says
some
he's a
kind
mollusk.
of mollusk. The river seems to be its home, and it is carnivorous, eating land
What's
and
wrong with
river-based
spooning?
forms of
Just,
life.
you know, spoons.
It's some kind of squid, and it doesn't look very friendly.
So neither tricorder does anything.
There's nothing there requiring... Jim, we've been friends a long time, but, I mean
these mistakes are good.
Captain, I do not believe that my service to Starfleet includes, as humans say...
Right, okay, so I wonder if we've missed something, because there's been 2 rooms that have done nothing. I mean, I feel like some mushrooms or something would be good. Ooh, can we pick up one of these sticks?
You fail to obtain any. You fail to obtain any. You fail to obtain any.
Yeah, no, so there's a slight lag, because you're buffering the video. But I can go back and have a quick look.
The plant is tough. You will need.
You were absolutely right. Are you reading a solution, or did you get that by yourself? That's good work then. You just said you had a walkthrough earlier. There's a very yellow plant now you mention it.
It would appear that the plant secretes a chemical that is a natural repellent to the creature.
Good work.
It has
That's
retreated
brilliant.
far downstream, Captain.
Still not sure how that works, but good. Yeah, no, it's nice to try and get everything. I suspect I could have said something better to that first guy, but otherwise I think we're actually doing fairly well. I mean, we obviously, kept the red shirt alive. Okay, this does not look like a healthy place to be. I've got a really weird memory about dilithium crystals for some reason.
This appears to be a formation of raw dilithium crystals, Captain.
Brains are amazingly useless.
You will need something to.
You would. So that's why we don't have it. That's why we need to notice spooning. I don't know what we need to do.
You have 1 dilithium crystal in raw form.
I think the weird thing is things like that. Some of them just get your points up for having them.
They appear to be ordinary rocks.
Spock's tricorder may say otherwise.
Fascinating. These rocks are limestone, but contain an unusually high content of heavy metals. There are dilithium crystals here, but in a very raw form.
That highlights in the Full Throttle remake as well, which I tried the other day because I was curious to see if it was worth live streaming. The trouble with Full Throttle is I kind of finished it in about 2 hours. It's a really short game, and the only things that delay you are some really rubbish bits where you have to fight bikers and stuff. I mean, they fit the game style, but they're just not
These
very fun.
stalactites were made from limestone deposits. They took millennia to form. The creature is still there, Captain.
I mean, it would be in this game. I think if you have that kind of highlighting, it would be really useful because it would. Because basically, what you need to do is scan everything to get all the points. We're in Yoda's house. We're on Dagobah.
Through the problems I set in your path, you are a valiant, intelligent species.
Not so sure.
Please sit down. We have much to discuss.
We're definitely on Dagobah, though. There's no seat for
I've
red
had
shirt.
it up to here. With so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive, maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others.
Sounds like a good response to Q.
One thing first. If you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive?
Let's just be a little bit racist. That doesn't
Yes, I
seem
guess
right.
we do. Go on.
Okay, let's just take the gentle
First,
answer.
I have one question. You are clearly not the liars I thought you to be. Were you telling me the truth about my disciples? That they became ruthless savages?
The Federation is not in the business of lying, mister. Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed. Such is the way of our race, I'm afraid. You messed up in a big way. Perhaps you should try following the Prime Directive. It changed our lives. The Federation is not... Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed.
I sense truth in this. Perhaps this is what happened to my children on the Klingon world of Rakur, which would explain why they are searching for me. I have clearly abused the power that was given me long ago.
You show great wisdom, sir, but your statement implies that you wish to change your condition.
Indeed. If my mission of peace was overthrown, then I am no longer worthy of my power. Tell me, has your species made progress in the medical arts?
No, we've done
We're a
nothing.
technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine?
I like sarcasm because he just beat me to it.
With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances.
You are not a nice guy,
Yes,
Jay.
why do you ask?
It's like, I'm going to be rude to you. I'm going to be rude to McCoy. No, I'm just going to be mildly sarcastic with a very short, blunt answer.
We're a technological... Yes, why do you ask?
At the top of my spine is a gland not found in your species. This is the seat of my power. I wish you to remove it, thereby making me immortal.
Jim, I'll try, but the physiology is completely alien.
You've got to do it, Bones. If the Klingons realize he's no longer a threat to them, perhaps we can avoid a war.
I mean, maybe.
Scotty, 5 to beam up.
I feel shorter than the first ones we did. Or maybe I was just rubbish on that first one.
Captain, 3 Klingon heavy battle cruisers have just entered the system. Admiral Kenka is hailing us, sir.
Federation starship, this is Admiral Blick Kenka of the Cleartech. You harbor
Good
a
time to
criminal
be
who has
saved, isn't it?
caused the destruction of the entire population of Rakkor. We are not prepared to negotiate. You will proceed to Rakkor, where a court of Cleon justice will be convened.
Not a battle.
If you refuse, we shall destroy you.
And that would explain what
Admiral
felt like a
Blick,
short mission.
the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time. I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Rakur would cause the deaths of the entire planet. Since when do Klingons give orders to Federation officers, Admiral? I realize it's difficult for a Klingon, but don't be a fool. Admiral Vlicht, the criminal of whom you speak, is in the middle of a very delicate...
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his philosophy led to the destruction of all life on Rakkor.
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence cause the destruction of all life on Rakur?
Rakkor has been governed by my family for generations, but even they were corrupted by him. It was a matter of honor that his lies had to be silenced, no matter what the cost.
Something you killed them.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy, so you killed them. Your own family. You were responsible. You murdered them. You're insane. My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a... So you killed them. Your own family. You were responsible for the deaths.
De-escalation would be good on the edge of the needle, wouldn't it?
It was that creature's fault. Had he not interfered in our affairs, the people of Rakkor would be alive. Clearly, he is responsible.
Message from Starfleet Command.
I'll argue this with you later, Vlicht.
Contact your superiors, Kirk. You may be surprised.
I have bad news, Captain. The Organians have ruled that Quetzalcoatl's interference in Klingon affairs renders him subject to Klingon law. You are to turn your prisoner over to them at Rakur. Klingon law will permit you to observe or aid in his defense. But be very careful, Jim. Starfleet out.
Captain, you cannot turn him over to those butchers.
That would be murder!
We have no choice, Scotty. I'm afraid Quetzalcoatl has a date with Klingon justice. Set course for Frakur, Mr. Chekhov.
Ooh, do I not need to use the copy protection? We were here earlier because I got into the wrong place.
Captain's log. We have come to the ruined Klingon planet of Frakur to deliver our guest, the mythical entity Quetzalcoatl, to a Klingon court. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Spock, and Ensign Benny and I have been granted permission by the Organians to witness this trial, which I expect to be a travesty of any meaningful definition of justice.
He's very
Spock,
open to other cultures,
Mr.
isn't
Scott, you have the con.
I mean, I know the Klingons aren't meant to be a great culture in terms of justice, but...
The prisoner and his witnesses will stand forth, so the trial may begin.
Right. Save.
Save new game.
Stream 12. There we go. Right. What could possibly go wrong? Klingon court.
So, Kirk, we finally meet. I had thought it would be in battle, but the universe holds many surprises.
There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlick. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlick. Why does every Klingon tell me they expected to meet me in battle? You really have a... There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlick. Let's get this trial. Stick around, Vlick. There are more surprises. There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlick. Let's get this trial underway.
So be it! This begins the trial of the entity Quetzalcoatl, who is charged with impersonating a Klingon, studying dissent, encouraging cowardice, and treason in the highest degree.
Those are serious charges, Vlick. Should he not be tried by a Klingon high court?
He has not demonstrated honor, Kirk. Only a proven warrior may be tried in high court. Principles of honor are not applicable to his defense.
I'm a warrior, Vlick. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial. And this trial is a mockery for the entire galaxy to see. Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah. Who wants to do that? I think it would just end it quickly.
Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
I think we try and intervene as a
hereby
warrior.
Intervene for him and demand the honors and
A Federation officer claiming the rights of a Klingon warrior. How dare you insult me, Kirk?
I've faced Klingons both in personal and ship-to-ship combat. Your own records will confirm this. If I'm not worthy of their honors, why didn't they kill me?
That oversight, Kirk, is easily rectified. You and your 3 companions may face the test that we set for the Defender. Then we shall see if you are as worthy as a Klingon.
I want your word of honor, Vlick, that Quetzalcoatl will not be harmed while we take these tests.
Very well. You have my word. Captain Calarax, transport them to the test of life.
Dun dun dun! Yeah, well, we can get a red shot again.
Not much is known about Frakur, Ensign. This would appear to be some sort of a mining installation. That creature might be a native life form.
A test of courage? That is the Klingon way.
I somehow doubt that Vlick intends for us to survive this, whatever the outcome. We're the only thing that stands between him and the killing of Quetzalcoatl that he can justify.
Why should he worry about justification, Captain? He's a Klingon. Murder is as natural to them as breathing.
That's not true,
Yeah.
Ensign. However,
Good
I suspect that Vlick's attack on Frakur exceeded his orders. He needs Quetzalcoatl as a scapegoat, and he needs a fair trial to avoid an inquiry of his own actions.
And our deaths will be the only way he can get
They're
it.
very chill about this. The lightning
Great.
is literally hitting Spock in the face. Right. So because there's an obvious million ways.
Replace elite previous. Replace.
Million ways I can die. Let's look at stuff.
This section of wall was carved by some sort of plasma field.
It's a really annoying electrical field.
This wall was carved from the natural rock.
Can I just pick up one of these? Well, enjoyed eating it.
This creature is composed of electrical fields. I would not recommend approaching it. A metal projectile might disrupt its fields and render it harmless.
It's a metal projectile. Like a bigger metal.
You burn one of the rods. You burn one of the rods. You burn one of the rods.
Okay, we can burn rods. That's not particularly useful. And we can make them disappear.
There's nothing at the moment. There's nothing at the moment. There's nothing at the moment.
You don't want to do that.
You look but see nothing of note.
Tricorder of the rods.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed.
They're not metal beams. That would be why it's not going to work. We need something metal. Clunk. Right.
This rock has a high iron.
Oh, the floor has an iron content. That's what I wanted to do.
You melt some of the rock.
There is nothing at the moment from me. There is nothing at the moment from. There is nothing at the moment.
Okay, I thought I'd stick a wooden stick in it.
You fail to obtain any.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Well, that's clearly an interesting thing we can do. It always does the same spot wherever I click.
You melt some of the rock.
And it's an iron rock. Not sure I can... Yeah, let's try that.
Don't you remember the Prime Directive?
The wall is resistant.
Don't you remember the...
Well, that's... I kind of want to make a, like, rock lollipop. You all just like killing the red shirt, don't you?
Do you want me to arrest it?
There is nothing at the moment.
Oh, is that one anyway? I need to use rock. Yeah, just he's holding it doesn't mean he uses it.
You coat the rod with molten iron.
Oh, I just need to click the right button.
As I suspected, Captain, the creature is in stasis. It should awaken in 3.48 days.
I bet it'll be mad.
An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism. An entry coder for the...
Captain, there is a force field between us and the planet. We have your position at approximately 30 meters beneath the surface of Rakor, in what appears to be the ruins of an archaeological dig. Keep us informed. We'll help you all we can. We can analyze any data you gather through the main computer.
Uhura, prepare to receive a tricorder message. There is a door with an entry coder here. Try to analyze the circuits and let the main computer crack the code.
Scan complete. Main computer has the code. We also read an anomaly. Something else has tapped into the key code.
Should we do the anomaly?
Shall I analyze?
I want that door open. Affirmative, Uhura.
I think so.
Sir, we have a secondary code that is nested in the Klingon program. Computer is unable to analyze its function. Shall we broadcast it to you when you activate the keypad?
Affirmative.
Good luck, Captain.
What could happen when I do this? Do I need to use Spock on my keypad? Use the red shirt on the keypad? Oh.
What is this place?
This is not Klingon technology, Captain.
Even I can see that, you pointy-eared freak.
Gentlemen, I suggest we start trying to find out what this is. I have a feeling we've come someplace Flick wasn't expecting us to go.
Save new, replace previous.
Right. So, I'm guessing we have to put the 3 different crystals in the 3 different things.
Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how.
Your tricorder's recording functions are working, but it doesn't.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
Not prime for neural inter...
Okay. What could possibly go wrong? I'm probably going to accidentally launch a horrific weapon at the Klingon Empire. Red seems bad. Red seems really bad. To people watching on Facebook, just to remember, I can't actually see what you're saying. Chat doesn't come through here, but if you go on Twitch, we can find out what you're saying. But feel free to just watch, and you can see everyone on Twitch chatting in the video. It's just Facebook is mean. Oh, I've got a blue one. Okay, right. So let's...
That combination is restricted to higher order functions.
If I walk into it, it says the neural interlink isn't on.
Not prime for neural inter...
And I've obviously done something bad. Well, not bad. I mean, I'm just guessing red's bad. I think there's a good chance I'll accidentally activate a weapon or something. You know, just playing random alien technology that you have no idea how to use.
You fail to obtain anything.
Green's good, right? Green's always good. Except when it's an alien technology where you have no instruction manual.
This is Bialbi, High Mentalic of Rakor. For defense, use the light of war. For information, use my light. For transportation, use the light of travel. Sequences are keyed by combinations of crystals.
Well, red's probably war.
Integrator now active.
What's this big green beam?
Nothing to report.
Look, it is a big green beam.
A platform emitting a beam of light. A platform emitting a...
Yeah, Tom, I knew you would go for red all the way. I mean, what could possibly go wrong activating the weapon?
This is Bialbi, the most advanced life form on this world. Thank you for informing us of the situation. It shall be resolved. Admiral Vlicht, this is the defensive system of Rakor. You have engaged in genocidal activities on this world. Have you anything to say before your sentence is passed?
Kirk! This is your doing!
No, Admiral, it is not. But that will suffice as a final public statement. The sentence is banishment to you and all members of your crew who were involved in this action.
You have no right to try me!
I have as much right as you to conduct trials on this planet. You showed no justice to your victim. The penalty for injustice is death.
Kirk!
Hoist on your own petard, Vlicht. Do you want me to help you? You tried to send me to my death. Now you can rot as you get what you deserve. If I have your word that Quetzalcoatl goes free, I'm willing to intervene to save you.
It's about the best option.
Hoist on your own petard, Vlicht. You tried. If I have your word that Quetzalcoatl...
Agreed.
A life for a life is a just bargain. But his crimes are beyond count.
I do not see what can be served by more killing.
Idealism, an advanced concept. Naive, perhaps, but charming in its simplicity. Admiral Vlicht, the entity Quetzalcoatl shall be set free. If you ever return to this sector, the sentence shall be carried out. No Klingon vessel may ever return to this world.
That was a nice ending. I didn't know what I was doing with that.
Very well. I agree
Maybe
to
it's
your
bluffing.
terms.
Maybe
As
I
for
can't
you,
do anything.
Captain,
Maybe it's
you may
broken.
return. I find your social development most pleasing.
I fear that politics will make it impossible. Your planet is in Klingon space, but I don't understand why the Klingons never detected you.
Their archaeological digs did come close, Captain, but I am very elusive. I waited and monitored the situation and chose to reveal myself to you. Now you may go. Heed my warning, Vlicht. I shall not be
I'm good,
merciful
thanks,
a second time.
And there we're done! 4 points? 2 points? 1 point? Who knows?
Klingon ship leaving the area.
We will be setting course for Digifal. It's the closest thing to a home that Quetzalcoatl has.
It would appear everything worked out for the best.
Except for the people of Rakur, Mr. Spock. Except for the dead.
It's such an awful sentiment. Just ignore dead people.
We have read your report on the
Yes!
problems at Rakur and
We will
evaluate
have to
your
go back and
performance
do
at
better.
100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points.
Second
A
page is
perfect
boring.
mission, Jim. You are a model for all
So
Starfleet.
Chris, you need to be around even if you stop talking again. Your brief discussion.
That old devil moon.
Change everything.
Message from Starfleet, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The Enterprise will proceed to the Alpha Proxima system. While the indigenous race on Proxima 3 has not reached a technological level commensurate with entering the Federation, and therefore under the protection of the Prime Directive of non-interference, we do maintain a discrete monitoring satellite. It has picked up activity from an asteroid in an elliptical orbit. You are to investigate without interfering with life on the planet.
According to the library computer, the Alpha Proxima system has 5 planets and an asteroid belt. A large asteroid is heading towards the inner planets and should pass close by Proxima 3. It passes through the interior of the system once every 200 years. The people of Proxima 3 call it Scythe,
So that means no
the same name
battle.
as their god of war.
No battle beforehand. That
God
would be
of
good.
War, Mr. Spock? Isn't that a bit surprising from a people whose technology matches 20th century Earth?
Considering the level of warfare during that century, I'm surprised that it is Earth that did not have a god of war. In any case, about a millennium ago, Proxima 3 suffered a globally devastating war.
Blew themselves back to the Stone Age, Mr. Spock?
Late Bronze Age, Ensign. They rebuilt their world in half the time it had taken to get there originally. But the Armageddon was mythologized as a battle between the Soths and Lucas. In that war, the planet was raised, and all the gods died except Scythe. He had rained fury down upon the world, then went off on a long dance of victory. His return is a time for worldwide soul-searching and atonement.
And Scythe returns and our monitoring station picks up activity.
It would seem that we should proceed to Alpha Proxima and scan Scythe.
Right, Alpha Proxima. So, let's mess up the map again. Actually, no, let's save. Must save. Always save.
Save new game.
I don't know
Too
what
many games saved. Replace or delete. Save new game. Replace. Delete. Cancel. Delete previous. Save new game.
I don't know. Oh, God, it will be better. Right. So, navigation. Alpha Proxima. 12. This one. No one's shooting at us, that's nice. The weird thing is, we're going to a planet to worry about.
Entering standard order.
That's right, don't. Talk to Spock.
A sensor scan of Scythe reveals surface features consistent with damage left by a nuclear attack. It would seem to have been a target during Proxima's war.
Scythe rained fury down on the planet and then left on a dance of victory. A missile base, Captain?
It would seem to make sense.
Captain, I just monitored a narrow beam message from Scythe to Proxima 3. I don't have it all. I just caught a bit of the initial burst. I'm attempting a translation, but it appears to be a computer code.
Any response from the planet?
The Proxtrites will not have the equipment necessary to understand and reply to that code for another 25.6 years at their present rate of development.
Very precise. 0.6 for year. Odd number. Why would you do that? Right. Let's see if we...
Still translating, Captain.
Well, Yuri, your voice has changed. Down.
Spock, come with me. Mr.
What could happen? Who knows? Right. Probably do another half an hour and then we'll stop. Ooh.
Mr. Scott?
Aye, we've had some slight problems with the transporters.
We didn't notice anything beaming down.
Just a glitch in the main transporter program. Mr. Kyle is loading a backup and we're performing tests. The transporters will be down for about an hour.
That will still give us plenty of time, Scotty.
I know. I have the lads in engineering doing a complete overhaul of the ship's systems.
Good, Mr. Scott. I'll keep you posted. Kirk out.
Not a glitch. I mean, nobody got duplicated, no one died, nothing bad happened.
These stones look like faces.
Oh, they do look like
These
faces.
stones resemble those on Earth, on Easter Island.
Ooh.
Stone monoliths of faces are a common artistic expression in evolving cultures.
Like the faces on Vandu, too. Even the animal
He
face
should die
of
to
the Orion
transporter
post-decadence movement is similar.
I never realized the Orions ever got past decadence. They hadn't the last time I was there.
There are many rocks here.
There are many rocks in this one. I mean, I'm guessing we just want to walk to the door? We could die in a horrible sandstorm. Ooh?
Captain, I'm afraid we got a wee problem here.
What is it, Scotty?
There is some sort of virus in the main computer. Our phasers and tractor beams have been disabled, and there's no way we're getting them back in 3 hours.
There goes our backup plan. Do what you can, Mr. Scott.
Aye, I will, Captain. I may yet have a trick or two that I can pull, but don't count on any miracles.
Isolate that virus. That's your #1 priority.
That it is, Captain. We'll keep you informed. Scott out.
Right, so we have a big door to look at.
This appears to be a dust-covered lens of some sort.
And we don't have much to go on.
Working display panel, Captain. There is power running. The door still appears.
I mean, Spock, open the door. What could possibly go wrong with that door opening? Yeah, that's an issue.
That did not seem to work, Captain. Perhaps we should try a number that had...
Rubbish. We probably should have...
The origin point for the broadcast Uhura monitored was approximately 50 meters beyond this door.
Yes, you were all to do it for 4. We now need you to work out the code to this door, so it's good you're back. I suspect it's something someone said about the God of War. The year that the thing last happened. I tried something like that. I may have just done 1111.
Working display panel. Nothing to report. There is power running to the key.
Should we try using the...
Your situation, Mr. Scott.
We're still looking for the virus, Captain. I even have Lieutenant Uhura looking through the computer system. I never realized the last was so good with them.
Check her record, Mr. Scott. She was in the top 10% of her class in computer systems analysis.
We'll find that virus soon, Captain, or I'm an Englishman.
Just do your best, Scotty. Kirk out.
Okay, so I've probably missed a really key detail in all the chats we had beforehand, but I don't really quite know where to...
The origin point for the broadcast.
We should stay inside as much... This door is huge.
From what we know about the Lucres, they had an affinity for size. Their machines weren't just equipment, they were also monuments.
I can believe...
It's annoying I can't access the ship's computer from down here, because that would be my obvious thing to do, would be to ask the computer what year this thing happened in.
It looks like some sort... A lens sits above the...
Spock, see what you can do with it.
Oh, I can type very long code and this could be embarrassing.
That did not seem to work, Captain. Perhaps we should try
Can
a
I check the
number
computer?
that had some significance to them. Remember, they were very
Ah.
superstitious.
Someone go and walk through and tell me if I'm on the right track at least. I mean, the next step is just to shoot it with a phaser.
Save new game. Replay. Delete previous. Save new game.
I'll start phasering while someone has an eye to see if someone can pick up a walkthrough.
Jim, stop trying to
Don't you remember the...
Jim, you should relax a little.
It would be useless, Captain. The door...
Okay.
It would be useless, Captain. Is this a game used?
Okay. Not got any good idea what that number could be without just beaming back up. Maybe there's something more to look at? That looks like something.
This moon has a thin...
Spock, see what you can do with it.
That was different, wasn't it? Oh, he also typed words.
That did not seem to work, Captain.
So he just said try and use a number. What else can I do?
Working display panel. This appears to be a dot.
Okay, I'm gonna go and see there's a walkthrough. Door code. Keyboard. Okay, use the tricolor on the ground. Oh, cool. You're Googling, I'll let you do it, because then you can filter from giving me too much.
Unremarkable. Unremarkable. Unremarkable.
One 1225. But where did you get that from, Tom? Because I'm guessing it's the year the thing came by. I was asking why.
The rocks have a high quantity of triphosphorus silver in them.
You retrieve a rock. You fail to obtain...
No. I mean, the thing is, we got told a load of dates and stuff before we started. And it's like whether... I mean, it's a trouble walkthrough, isn't it? They don't tell you what it is. So it basically, so what I found online is it tells you to look everything up in the ship computer, which we now can't do. Yeah. So basically we... So basically it tells me that I should go to the ship's computer and look up all the different planets and the base and everything in the story before I beam down.
Spock, see what you can do.
But that means once you're down here, we can't actually do anything about it. So yeah, so I've just found the same one, so it's 10200.
That worked. I see you deduced that 10200 in the Lucre's Base 3 was equal to their sacred number 99.
I mean, there's no way. He just explained it to you, but the only way you can do that is by looking at everything.
Report, Scotty. How are things going?
About as badly as a killed in a blast furnace, Captain. Wait a minute. Lieutenant Uhura has some news for you.
The virus came from our sensor sweep of the moon's computers. We believe we have analyzed the memory sectors it attacked.
Well done, Uhura.
I wish I could take credit for it. It was Mr. Kyle who found the pattern. We are attacking it with antivirus programs.
Computer science sounds more like medicine every day.
If we had a doctor as good with computers as you are with patients, we'd be having a lot fewer problems.
Finally, someone who appreciates me.
Keep working at it, Uhura. Kirk out.
And now we're going to have another code. But I mean, I quite like that as being a mathematical puzzle, but yeah. It would be nice if you had access to the ship's computer whilst down here.
A computer terminal, Captain. It uses the Lucre alphabet. The console reports the following. Welcome to Orbital Missile Base. Codename Scythe. This base has been operational for the past week. It has completed one successful fire mission. Estimation of success is at 22 over 100.
22%? That's very low. Hardly something to brag about.
Doctor, in Base 3, 22 divided by 100 is equivalent to 8 out of 9, or 88%. I would think that quite satisfactory, given this base's probable mission of destroying the soft forces on Proxtree.
It says the base has been operational for a week, but this has been here for 1,000 years.
If the Lucres built this base with a clock that told the time by measuring the moon's rotational speed, or the gravitational forces generated by Proxtree
Because
and
we all
the sun,
built clocks that way.
the computer may have calculated only a week of time has passed since its first action. I might be able to learn more with another look at the console. There is a substantial amount of data here, but in summary, Scythe was created by the Lucres as a launching platform for missiles to keep the Softs subjugated to their influence. The Softs managed to infiltrate the base. However, their actions triggered Scythe's auto-attack mechanisms and initiated a holocaust that nearly annihilated the planet. One soft strike did, in fact, hit the moon and deflected it from its orbit. It has been dormant since then.
So why has the base been activated again?
Given the damage to the moon, its slow rotation and orbit, it has never realized the war is over. On this pass, for the first time, it has detected radio wave transmissions from Proxtree. Because it does not recognize them, it assumes the Softs are still active. Its transmission to the planet, I would assume, was some sort of a check beacon to see if it should continue its mission.
Jim, let's return to the ship and blast this place to destroy its weapons.
Doctor, this moon is a god to the people down there. If we destroy it, we will violate the Prime Directive.
Spock is right, Bones. Spock, what are the chances that we could decode the transmission and send a stop code to the base?
In trinary or decimal?
Spock!
1.327 million to 1, provided the archaeological studies about Lucre's languages are correct. Our other option is to get into this base and see if we can bring the computers down. This keypad is fully functional and controls the door. Its entry code is in Base 3.
There's another code we need to somehow get from somewhere.
That did not work, Captain. It is probable this lock also uses a number of some...
The last time was 99.
Spock, see what you can do with this.
Oh, this is a weird set of puzzles compared to the last
The
one.
console reports, welcome to Orbital Missile Base. Codename Scythe. This base...
22%?
Doctor, in Base 3...
It says the base has been operational for a week, but this has been...
If the Lucres built this base with a clock that told the time, there is a substantial amount of the Softs managed to infiltrate the base.
Anyone got any
However,
idea?
their actions triggered Scythe's
weird.
auto-attack mechanisms. One soft strike did, in fact, hit the moon.
So why is...
Given the damage to the moon, because its transmit...
Jim, let's return to the ship.
Doctor, this moon...
Spock is...
In
Spock!
1.327 million to 1.
So there's another code. Again, no real obvious information here where you get it from.
This looks like some kind of The door has some strange...
Yeah, I know I can look
This
it up.
door is similar to the one on the outside of the secure lock, except that it has not weathered.
So the only number he
A
gave us
computer
is this that we... Sorry to put you through his conversation
Spock,
again.
see what you can do with it.
Only number that
The
comes out of
console
this, though.
reports the following. Welcome to Orbital
22
Missile
out of
Base.
22%? That's very low.
Doctor, in Base 3, 22 divided
Yeah, of
by
course,
100 is equivalent to 8 out of 9, or 88%. I would think
It says...
if the Lucres, there is a substantial
not really
soft
useful.
managed, one soft...
So why is the base...
Given the because it's trans...
Jim, let's return to the...
Doctor, this moon...
Spock is...
In trinary...
Spock!
1.3...
Ah. Ooh. I feel bad if we just go and look at another walkthrough for the next door.
A keypad in base.
Spock, see what you can...
Well, the good... I suppose the key thing is...
That did not work, Captain. It is...
I mean, if you work out it's got to be in trinary...
Spock, see what you can do.
It can't be... Can't have a 4 in it, can it? Because...
That did not work, Captain.
Spock, see what you can do with it.
That did not work, Captain.
Spock, see what you can do.
That did not work, Captain.
Yeah, I don't really want to try every single
Spock, see what you
number.
can do with it.
That did not work.
It can't have 3 either, can it? Okay.
Spock, see what you can do.
So, that's... Yeah, I'm doing quaternary, right.
That did not work.
I'm guessing it's not a 2-digit number because that's...
Spock, see what you can do with it.
That did not work, Captain.
Spock, see what you can
Not
do
sure
with
this is a
that.
particularly sensible way of doing it, though.
That did not work.
Spock, see what you can...
I really need a printout of those. Oh.
Fascinating. If the Federation language studies were correct, the ideograph for the word scythe in the Lucre's language is the 17th symbol in their
I'm guessing these are all
that
things that are in the
corresponds
computer.
with 122 in base 3.
It'd be nice if Spock came up with that beforehand. It wasn't very satisfying. If that had been like 1,000, we would... Or
Captain,
10,000.
we have a
it'd been
cure
like,
for the computer virus.
Well done, Uhura.
I modified Cathral C to exclusively attack the Lucre virus. They annihilated each other, Captain.
Fascinating, Lieutenant.
The Klingons aren't going to be happy to learn that they helped us. How about the phasers and tractor beams?
We may get the tractor beams online in time, Captain. I'm afraid even the backup phaser transmission codes were affected. We could destroy some missiles manually, but if this complex decides to launch more than 10 missiles at a time...
Understood. The ball is in our court. We'll give it our best shot. Kirk out.
Yeah, if I keep randomly typing codes into computers, what could possibly go wrong?
This door is made from remarkably dense alloys. Even our most powerful phaser rifle or
The thing must be almost as tough as a starship hull.
Indeed, Ensign, and considerably thinner. A remarkable achievement in metallurgical engineering. This panel has a slot in it rather than a keypad. The slot bears traces of triphosphorus silver, and power is currently running to it. I am recording the pattern of this lock into my tricorder.
Well, we now have a pattern of the lock. There's a key lock, isn't it? It's got a pattern. Okay, so we can probably go this way. See what's going on.
Can't say I like the decor.
The Lucres did not leave behind many examples of their architecture.
I can see why.
Captain, with the 3K AG content of the surface rocks and the tricorder scan of the pattern inside the lock, I believe the laser drill can be used to fashion the ID card needed to open the sealed door in the other chamber.
I don't know why you told me that now.
This box contains...
Jim, you should relax.
See, what I was thinking is we should be able to... I don't know, use a phaser to make that
Spock, why don't you check it?
Laser 1, 2, or 3. Oh. Start small and build up.
Spock, why don't you check out those... Spock, why don't you check it?
Can guess that this is going to make a big hole.
Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
Can we use the tricorder with this?
I used the key card pattern scanned from the lock to program the drill.
Great, so we now have We can use Spock on here.
These are display...
Aren't I glad I picked up some rocks? That's good.
Spock, why don't you check out those laser
I'm going to... Oh, that was lucky. I didn't mean to do that. Well, we'll take the key card. Anything else around here? Laser, screen... I feel like we could...
You failed to obtain...
I feel like we could very easily accidentally launch a load of stuff to kill
Save
everyone.
new game. Replace previous...
Also, we haven't been here very long. Can't be that near the end. Ooh, those codes are ridiculous. I guess what we expect to do is reload and try again at some point, but it wouldn't be very much fun.
This appears to be the brain of Scythe.
Yep.
There are two identical but isolated computers that communicate with a third, which controls the launch of missiles.
Yeah, so should I start pushing
Mr. Spock,
buttons?
why don't you take a look?
I mean, what could go wrong? Just ask me for a code.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.31 hours.
That's not good.
Adjusted.
Mr. Spock, why don't you take a
look? Got 3 computers. Got a door at the end.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Alpha Unit. Estimated time to...
This computer doesn't... There is nothing at the moment.
A crude uranium-235 nuclear device with lithium-beryllium shells to increase heavy particle fallout.
That sounds like fun.
This computer directly controls the missile launch system. There is no way to interface with it directly, but the other 2 computers are accessible. This computer is functional and performing an average... This computer is functional.
Captain, something is wrong with the computers. They may be twins, but they are not identical.
It appears they are out of sync, Captain. I have to assume the Alpha unit has a virus.
They report different optimum launch times, which is right.
Given the elliptical orbit and the range at which they will pass Proxtree, the Omega unit is correct, but the window is very narrow. A variation of minutes will mean the missiles run out of fuel and fall harmlessly into the sun.
Can you reprogram the Lucas computer to give us that time, Mr. Spock?
Reprogramming an old alien computer is not simple, Captain. The odds against success are 10,221 to 1 against...
Is that in trinary again?
Too bad all Omega here couldn't just take a sick day and miss the firing.
Because the 2 machines are isolated, the virus did not spread from one
Got some
to
cable.
the other.
If we could only bridge them.
And that's how computers work. You just stick a cable between the 2 and it will magically work. This is remarkable.
The connector snaps into place.
Try calling away.
This computer is functional and performing. This computer is I fail to see the... All 3 of the computers in this room are...
I mean, presumably if they're connected to this computer, they're both connected to each other anyway, but...
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Alpha Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 3.21 hours. Adjusted.
All 3 of the computers...
I didn't check the original one. We're connected to them now, so that should do something.
Welcome to Side Operations Center.
No, it hasn't done anything yet.
Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.54 hours. Adjusted.
The launched missiles will run out of fuel before they reach Proxtree. They will drift into the sun and burn up.
Kirk to Enterprise, how are the transport?
They're operational again, Captain. We're ready to bring you back at any time.
Bring us home.
That was it. That was nice and short. Nice, good timing. Finished just in time for 11.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Proxima 3 and evaluate your performance
That
at
was really
100%.
short.
You
And really,
your
really
crew
hard if you
received 4 commendation
didn't
points.
reload
A
to the
perfect
reading
mission,
computer.
Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Hard to believe that Earth came so close to the brink
Should
itself.
talk more, Chris.
Vulcans, too. Both, in the end, looked into the abyss and came to the only logical conclusion.
Logic? Humans? I'm dreaming, Jim.
Sometimes it is harder and braver to make peace rather than war.
Sounds like emotion had its part to
Well, we
play
did
in
one
positive
earlier with
sense,
Harry
too.
Mudd, which was
I
disaster.
don't know about you, but I'd
It was
like
also,
to get an
I'm
emotional
pretty sure we're
goodbye
never
to
finished for
Alpha
last
Proxima
mission because it has a
myself.
ridiculously
Take us out
difficult
of orbit,
fight,
Mr. Sulu.
and I can never. I hate the space combat. Might say we'll come up at some point. We have to do it.
Vengeance.
This might be it, actually.
Captain's log. We are arriving at the last known position of the USS Republic, which reported that it was under attack 12 hours ago.
Captain, the
Probably
ship's
should finish this off
sensors have
with it.
picked up what appears to be a starship. Minimal life support, minimal
remember
engine
this one well
power,
because I
and only
died a
2
lot.
life forms, one
It's
on
very
the
short.
bridge, the other in sickbay. Both appear to be gravely injured. It is the Republic.
So if this is what I think it is, what happens is you do this, and it's quite short, and then you...
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
I am preparing an information packet for Starfleet. Shall I
this.
send it or wait for you to return?
Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, wait until we get back. No sense giving Starfleet incomplete information. If anyone else arrives, beam us. Send it now. If a hostile ship, wait until we get back.
Yeah, so you do this, and then you end up having to go to battle, and the battle I just can never do. So we'll give it a go.
My God, Jim, what kind of butcher would do something like this?
I don't know, Bones. We're too far from the Klingon and Romulan borders for it to be one of their ships.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk.
Kirk here, what is it, Scotty?
We picked up a distress signal. It appears a trading vessel is having a wee bit of trouble with her warp drive. What condition is the Republic in?
It's a mess, Scotty. Life support's functioning, but that's about it.
I've done a primary scan of the Republic's systems. Main and auxiliary power is out. Life support is stable. I also read that communications are operable.
Should we beam you back, Captain?
Do the sensors read any other ships in the sector?
Besides the trade vessel, this sector is clear, sir.
Mr. Scott, we will continue here. Assist the trade ship and return here. If we need assistance, we'll contact you.
You sure you'll be all right, Captain?
Yes, Scotty, just don't take too long. Kirk out. Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Jim, don't forget. There's another survivor on board. We've got to find him.
Right, so let's save. And we're going to have to...
Save new game. Replace delete previous game. Save new game.
So...
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Can we get this going?
Captain, records indicate that this ship was attacked by a Constitution-class starship.
Any idea of which one it was?
I am reading the record of the transponder signal. NCC 1701.
Yep, we should have done that. That was bad.
It's the Enterprise, Captain.
Someone must have tampered with the computer records.
May I remind you, Doctor, that the main computer of a Constitution-class starship has safeguards against such an intrusion. Furthermore, I do not see any discrepancies in any of the files that I am able to access.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
I fail to see...
How do we get power?
There are no more computer
Can we get anywhere on this ship? Yes. Ooh, I don't remember this at all.
turbo lift access is blocked by an extremely high radiation level.
That sounds bad. So we're currently on the bridge.
This turbo lift cannot...
Transporter. Weapons.
Turbo lift access is...
I don't know where radiation is, so auxiliary control. Ooh.
The panel has been fastened shut.
That looks bad, doesn't it?
There's nothing more I can do. There's nothing there required.
How can we open the door?
Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation's standard molecular bonding cement.
You've got to be able to open that. Looks like someone in there, maybe.
Nothing to report. The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct. The vent is far too... Readings of the door indicate a jam in the gear mechanism.
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain...
Like I need a lever. That electrical thing doesn't actually do anything either. Should we just shoot stuff? Always an option.
Captain, it would be unwise to use your phaser considering the already...
From my lessons at the Academy, sir, we were told that a standard issue Federation phaser does not have...
Well, what are we meant to do then? There's got to be something here. So he's definitely dead.
He's dead, Jim.
He looks at you with a... He looks at you with a...
Tricorder indicates that the panel...
What do you use with...
I fail to see the logic.
Things I think you should be able to go back to the ship and then you go and find out what is molecular bonding.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Enterprise here. We're still tracking the distress call.
Yes, Uhura. Just wanted a status report.
He's dead, Jim.
The grill behind the pipes can open. This one here. Is there another set of pipes? I've been clicking on that.
He looks at you with a...
The vent is far...
Why can't I open it?
You fail to obtain...
It looks like it should open too.
There is nothing at the moment from...
The vent is far too small.
The grill beside the pipes can open. We need to open it with something, maybe? Let's go and look at... There's another place I think we could go to. Yeah, that's a sick bay.
They're dead, Jim.
There is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2. There is a twisted mess... The debris is blocked...
Yeah, I mean, it did look like a spark or something behind it, but it didn't look like it opened. Oh, there's someone alive.
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata.
So the other guy's dead. It feels like there should be more to do here, but...
She's suffering from severe trauma and internal bleeding.
Do what you can, Bones. I need to find out what happened here.
There were 2 people alive, I thought it said.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good.
No, you won't get us.
Maratta, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends. I trusted you.
It wasn't the Enterprise, Maratta.
There's nothing more I can do.
You pick up the empty hypodermic injector.
I'm not sure that's particularly useful.
You retrieve the medical drill.
Medical drill might be useful.
You fail to obtain anything.
Try and use the drill, Matt. Cement.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Okay, so that might be why I couldn't do anything. We need to go to here. Which one's a drill? Like a drill. Yes.
The drill easily breaks through the ceiling. The door is jammed.
Oh, I want Spock.
Initial scans show that the gear mechanism is currently jammed with metallic debris.
The panel opens easily. The debris is jammed. The drill is not powerful.
That may not be why. That may not be why.
Okay, well, someone must be able to.
Initial scans show that the gear readings of the door in
maybe just pick up the stuff.
The debris is jammed in 2.
I don't see myself being able to use a hypodermic.
The hypo is empty. You fail to obtain any.
No.
He looks at you with a. The door is jammed shut.
So that's weird, isn't it?
A knot of debris is jamming the gear mechanism. A knot of debris.
So nothing I've got.
This is a laser drill.
Will cut through the debris to open it.
The drill is not powerful.
No, I use a phaser.
Initial scans show that.
So I suspect there's a little bit of metal I need to pick up. Something. It feels like a lever. So there was a load of stuff out here. What was the stuff I could pick up from here?
There is far too much debris.
A little bit bad we just left this sick woman on the ground. Oh, she's dead now. Must be one other bit of material somewhere we need.
This turbo lift.
So we can't get there. Weird. Any suggestions, as always? I think we may just go far from what we were looking at earlier. So apparently I could have saved her, is what I've discovered, which is a little bit annoying. But he said that's all he could do for her. Okay. And last, okay, so I haven't used...
My tricorder has picked up the final entry of the Republic.
We're under attack. Our sensors are inoperative. We're trying to get shields up. Our rear deflectors down. It appears our enemy is a Constitution-class starship. We've tried to defend ourselves. We've hailed them, but no response.
That's all there is, Captain.
Dick Patterson was never one for making long speeches.
Okay. Using McCoy and the science tricorder on the screen. Walk down to the back of the bridge. Use the saw on the beam to get the support beam. I don't have a saw. Yep, and you're right, you can also head to engineering on that. So I can't do half the things. Use the saw on the beam.
This is a standard titanium-duranium support beam. Tricorder readings indicate that although it has experienced enough...
Thanks for the discipline.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
So I don't know where we get saw
The
from.
support beam is still...
So I'm reading a terrible thing. Right. So I think this has been added to the CD-ROM version. It's fine. So I just read a hint how to get to.
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no way to safely clear out the debris without a...
Okay. I mean, that's kind of funny. It just endlessly makes more material.
Captain, the support beam...
I need a saw, apparently, to get that support beam, but the FAQ I found didn't have a saw. Not if she's dead.
There's nothing more I can do for her, Jim.
Yeah. Use Kirk on the control panel to get the saw on the left pipe. Okay. Use Kirk on the panel. Okay, so that's the panel that I couldn't get anyone to open. Yeah, so I completely misgauged this mission. So use Kirk.
There is nothing at the moment.
Head down, you spot the tricorder on the door and Kirk on the panel, pick up the saw. There's a saw somewhere.
The debris is jammed in too tight.
Like one? Can't see a saw anywhere.
There is nothing at the moment from me to
see.
There is nothing at the moment from.
Get the saw on the left pipe. Ah, yeah, that you're all right. Did not spot that.
You failed to obtain.
Whew.
You retrieve the molecular.
I do not feel bad about not finding that. Yeah, so this used to be in it, the MS-DOS version, which I played. This mission, literally this room and
The molecular saw easily cuts through the beams. You pick up the beam. It's a little heavy, but you manage it.
Seems ridiculous, but we'll go with it. You literally just went to the med base, so this is all new. Right, so we want to go back to sickbay because that's where we needed the beam. I'm guessing because it said we needed to support the ceiling.
The ceiling appears stable. We should now...
Yeah, I think this is all new, which is cool. Something new. So now we can go to transport room. Ah. Not that I know what to do down here. Oh, it's like the one we were in, but different. The other mission.
Spock, please.
The impulse engines are not generating...
There is nothing at the moment from...
I fail to see the...
What is that? So we...
These are the power...
So you're saying I should go to engineering, so let's go. Something about record decks in that walkthrough as well. No idea what that is. Transporting was so engineering. Uh-oh.
Captain, I'm picking up a functioning energy source in the immediate vicinity. It is illogical to use this machine before we...
I don't know what the machine is.
This is a junction box used for temporary rerouting of engineering circuits.
Oh, we've got to temporarily reroute some engineering circuits.
This port is used to connect emergency power from the impulse engines to other systems if dedicated lines are... This is the emergency power input port for the fusion mixture regulator.
So I'm guessing I need some cable.
This man is dead.
Which the floor's covered with, but I don't have.
You fail to obtain a rather large pile of...
Shoot it again? Worked last time.
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Doctor. It is a portable fusion power pack.
As you have lying around.
A few centimeters lower with that phaser and half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam...
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
You pick up the portable... You fail to obtain... These ladders are used when turbolifts are unavailable. Unfortunately, it is blocked by debris and a small...
Okay.
This corridor leads to the... Nothing happens.
Can I actually just pick that up? Or do I need to find some wires?
This is much too heavy.
Okay. Still got to find lots of stuff. Right.
Turbo lift access.
Transporter isn't okay. Hmm.
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
Doesn't actually tell you where you are. So what? I mean, I shouldn't probably be using this, but I'm really confused. So we need to go to auxiliary control. It's telling me I didn't do something, but I think I did everything there. So head to auxiliary control. Use for laser drill. Use for hypo on the panel. Ah, so I've got to fill. I suspect I didn't set something up for hypo. So I have the right idea.
The hypo is empty.
Okay. Okay, on the clock. Head to engineering. There was a closet in engineering.
Nothing happened.
That's what we need to do. Yeah.
This turbo lift.
Right. So we need to go to engineering. And there's a closet somewhere I missed. But where was it? If that's a closet, I'll be really annoyed. Because that does not look like one.
The closet opens, revealing a library.
Well, that's mildly frustrating.
The oil canister.
We have oil for the door
The
upstairs.
hypo is now filled.
Anything else there?
You take the engineering tech. The oil canister.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with the technical manual.
Nothing happens.
We have one. That's good. Let's go and use that technical manual. So we now need to go to auxiliary control.
This turbo lift.
Oh, I've got to go via sickbay. Right, okay.
You've taken the cable.
Right, now we can oil the door, because for some reason it lets you... Don't.
The oil seeps into it. Nothing happens.
One last time.
The gears are completely clear.
Yay! Wow, it's an auxiliary control room. Didn't expect to find that.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are... This is the impulse power indicators...
Sorry, I don't mean to skip through the chat, but...
The impulse power allocation controls are functional, but there is no power available, Captain. The impulse power
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls.
This input-output slot for the record decks is still functional, Captain.
Oh wow, that's actually...
You take the record deck.
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardane system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate. Captain's log. Stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector. Captain's log, stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck, we will be fully operational in a couple of days.
Right, so we've got to get engineering, get power.
Captain's log, stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us. Captain Patterson has been mortally wounded. We have sustained major damage to all systems. Impulse power is out. We cannot understand why.
There are no more
That's good. We can also do these things, and it's like really dull.
Captain, I have examined the engineering journal.
Jim, do we really need a lesson in Starship?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
Right, so I think try and get the power back on before we do anything.
This turbo lift cannot reach.
Come on, don't make me walk the whole way.
Save new game. Replace
Let's connect this up.
You connect a length of cable between the regulator circuits in the junction box.
Do I need more cable?
It is illogical to use this machine.
Nothing happens. You fail to obtain.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot harder than the other ones.
The impulse engines are intact, Captain. We could use the fusion reactors from the impulse engines to restore power, but the lines have been severed to the power regulator.
Can we reroute the power lines?
We should be able to, Captain, if we can find a suitable supply of power cable. We will need to route the power through a junction box so we can set an impedance level. A direct connection to the regulator would cause an overload.
So I need another bit of cable. That's the real thing. That's what I'm missing here. I don't know if we found any. I haven't seen any other cable. I haven't been looking for a huge amount though. So there's apparently cable in the transporter room. Yeah, I just got a bit thrown to be honest, because I wasn't expecting it to be this level. But let's go with it, it's fun, it's nice to have something new. Yeah, no, that's what, I mean, I kind of...
This turbo lift cannot...
Kind of why I've got the walkthrough now up, because it's... Oh, there we go.
You pick up a length of cable.
Right, and then we go to engineering, and now we can connect this up. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just connecting stuff randomly around. Right, so if we then do this...
Nothing happens.
This? Yeah. It's a little fussy sometimes.
You connect a length of cable.
Now will Spock do his job?
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be
Good thing we read those journals.
19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now...
Save new game. Replace previous.
Okay, so we've got power. Should mean the auxiliary control is working.
This turbo lift.
Which we have to go to via the sick bay.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire?
There currently is no power being allocated to the weapons system. Even if there was a power source, the damage to the main computer is enough to prevent power allocation to that system. I fail to see the lot.
Spock, what is the situation?
The main computer is too badly damaged.
Other place we haven't been to, of course, the transporter, but I'm kind of surprised that...
This turbo lift.
Okay. Kind of surprised that we haven't got what we need there. It feels like there should be more here. I suppose there was that cable, wasn't there, that I missed? Why would we want to use the transporter? Can't even work out why we want to do this.
Captain, there is no power allocated to... I fail to see...
Well, there could be that, but I haven't actually... I feel I should probably have done...
This turbo lift cannot...
It could be the box and wall, but I feel I haven't actually done anything in the auxiliary room to reroute power. So I feel I'm going to go back there. Just a little bit of wandering back and forth. I should probably say what I'm doing a bit more. So yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating this way. So...
There is no response.
This is the photon torpedo.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. These are the auxiliary helm and...
Maybe I should be using tricorder?
These are the auxiliary... These are the auxiliary...
Power is available, but the main computer is too badly damaged to actively control the power circuits.
Mr. Spock, what is this?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational...
That's just great, Spock.
Correct, Doctor.
You may have
However,
one, though.
there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single Starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
What was this?
The unit doesn't generate enough power to run any of the major systems.
Link with tricorders? Yeah.
Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the...
Now can I send power to...
Spock, what is the situation?
The main computer is too badly damaged to actively control.
Medical tricorder...
Okay, maybe I have to do each one at a time.
Spock crudely attached...
Then maybe I can use the other screen.
Spock crudely attaches the sun...
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
Yeah, the noises are
Captain,
pretty
look,
awful.
an Alassi ship.
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
I think we probably want to save, don't we?
Save new game. Too many games saved. Save new group. Delete previous. Save new game.
Where was the shields? We do pass through shields?
With impulse power online and the
Weapons. Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
With impulse power online and the
Weapons. Shield. Weapons. Shields. Transporter circuits. Weapons.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Captain, I suggest... Captain, we are being hailed.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your Enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you Captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged.
Maybe I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes.
That's
and
good.
Remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Yeah, well...
Weapons. Shields.
Interesting. So I think...
Weapon. Transporter circuit.
Captain, the Alassi can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us
Well, I've
if
already
we lower
lowered
them.
shields.
Spock, what about the fusion power pack? Could we use it to power the transporter?
I believe so, Captain. It would require a connection to the transporter circuits in the main control console.
Okay. Is that
Nothing
here?
happens.
Don't seem to have
Nothing
my shields
happens.
up. Which is weird. Not
With
having
impulse
shields.
power online.
Weapons. Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
I wonder if I could fire a torpedo at them, but it feels like a bad thing to do. And we don't do bad things, they're naughty. Right, so we need to go to the transporter bay, which means we need to go to the sick bay. Yes, well, I thought it meant main console in that room, but I think you're right. I think we need to go to here. It was nice it told you what to do, though. It's sort of... I don't know why we'd want to...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Captain, there is no power out.
Panel on the left lit up. Yeah. I think it is actually the power.
Spock, would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
That's good. We're getting somewhere. Transport torpedo. Can I just use it?
Spock, please check out.
Yeah, no, I mean, limited in what we can do.
This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the...
So we have a transporter, and we just shouldn't use it.
This turbo lift.
Ah, wrong door. Sorry, people. Still dead. Auxiliary control. Bridge. No, I don't want bridge. No, that's stupid. Oh well. Actually, whilst we're here, let's see if we can communicate with anyone for a while.
They are jamming all.
Okay. Let's go. So, I need to go to the auxiliary bridge. I didn't realise the Enterprise had one. Right. So the only other thing we can do is fire photon torpedoes.
With impulse power online and the
Weapons.
I mean, this is bound to kill us, isn't it?
Captain, the Elassie can surely.
There is no response. There is no response.
Well, we're definitely nearly there. Right, so let's save again, because we're not dead yet, and we just got that
Save
transporter.
new game. Too many games. Save new game. Replace.
I think I just replaced the stream 6, that wasn't right.
Save new game. Replace.
Right, okay,
With impulse power online.
Weapons.
Captain, the Elassie.
it won't let me.
With impulse power on.
Weapons. Shields.
Power has already.
With impulse power on.
Weapons.
Captain, the Elassie.
There is no response. This is the fire control. A red flashing light is currently indicating a jam in the torpedo loading mechanism.
Captain, the torpedo loading system is malfunctioning. To clear it, we will have to physically examine the mechanism. Currently, all turbolift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a
Definitely
hull
what we're
breach.
missing.
It is imperative that we get the weapons online.
How do we do that, though? How do we get the weapons online? So the weapons bay.
Turbolift access is blocked by an extremely high.
Ah, yes, you're right.
This turbolift.
Yeah, beam to. Yeah, I'm completely with you now. Really good idea. Thanks, Tom. Okay, let's use this.
Spock, please check out the
Of course, the frustrating thing is, will he let me actually say that, or will it be the wrong thing?
Transporter systems are operational, Captain.
Brilliant.
There is nothing at the moment. Ensign Keege, I want you to beam into the torpedo bay and unjam the loading mechanism. If you don't succeed, we'll all be on permanent shore leave in an Elassie jail.
Why am I saying
I'll
this?
do my best, sir.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Do it, Spock.
He's dead. He's gone.
I've reached the torpedo loading bay, Captain. It's not too badly damaged.
He's done. Go and die.
What's causing the malfunction in the loading mechanism?
The inner loading door is stuck in a closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle has begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The door's open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back, Spock.
He's not dead. I think Kirk genuinely just looked around him to go.
I failed to see the.
To go. What? Why is he not dead? only just saved, so we know. But great, Tom. Good call. Really good call. So, right, we need to go to sickbay. Walk over here, go to auxiliary control, and then from auxiliary control, apparently we can fire the weapons. Because this seems a really stupid thing
Save
to do.
new game. Replace previous.
Right, okay, so we use this. This has been a tough one. The last two have been quite tough.
With impulse power on...
Weapons.
Captain, the Alassi can surely detect the...
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the...
There is no power allocated to the weapon system.
We're nearly there.
There is no response.
And no tricorder either. Can we use the power supply?
This is the photon torpedo.
So you won't let me do it?
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons. Shields. Weapons.
Captain, the Alassi can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us if we lower them. Fascinating. A cloaked Alassi.
I'm not one to overlook strategic implications, Mr. Spock, but we can save that for another time.
Okay, so I use the communicator in your inventory. Ah, okay, so that's the hint I might have needed to use your communicator.
They're jamming all...
Okay.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have
think I heard
retrieved
me
the
wrong.
data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer subspace transmitter is out. Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files.
You better step on it, Kirk. You only have a few minutes left.
I'm guessing I need to do the other ones.
With impulse power online...
Weapons.
Captain, the Alassi...
Okay, so let's do the obviously not very sensible thing of telling them to beam over. I'm not quite sure how it's going to stop them beaming over, given we don't want to beam over. That didn't work. Must have clicked the wrong button. Let's do this again.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust...
Not yet. We're having trouble. Yes, we have. You'll have...
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power. Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
Okay, so...
With impulse power online...
Weapons.
Power allocated to...
Sensors indicate that the Alassi ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
That seems a bit mean.
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device. Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Okay, these last two missions both were a bit
Enterprise
unsatisfactory.
to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine,
Close
Lieutenant.
to the door.
Sir, we picked up another
There's a
ship
few things got
nearby,
stuck.
and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with him. Scotty, beam us back.
So I reckon we're now
We
going
need
to
to
be in a
find that
fight.
ship that attacked the Republic.
I can't
Aye,
win.
Captain.
We'll go for it. Let's It's not because it can't be won, it's just because I don't like the space flights in this game, and I think all it would do is give us an hour of me suffering badly. So, let's see what happens. Unless maybe they removed it.
Captain's log, Stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals
Well, we'll give it 10 minutes
of other
and it'll be
Federation
time, I think, to
cultures.
stop.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you judge an entire culture. I understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Vardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Sensors indicate it is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies. Increase to warp factor 8. Send open hailing frequency. Increase to warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet. Open hailing frequency.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Burdell of the Verdane Defense Force. You do remember me, don't you, Captain?
Yeah, from when I was a teenager or whatever. And
10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution? You have 10 seconds to load. How did you manage to build a Constitution?
Our intelligence network is better than yours, Captain. How else does one gather secret information?
Come on. You are a member of the Federation. You have signed Federation treaties.
And we shall break them. The Federation's interference in our internal affairs is intolerable.
You must have been building that ship long before the Turgan crisis.
Captain, all wars require justification. They aren't
You might
supposed
even
to
get
be
for the
fun.
dialogue.
You have your justification and I
Rebuttal.
have mine. Don't
see how
take
it goes.
diplomacy so seriously. However, Captain, I do intend to enjoy myself. I do intend to enjoy seeing Lieutenant Kirk's ship go up in flames. I shall laugh.
It's going to
at the
happen a
sight.
lot.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell. I'm sure you will. You're a fool, Bridell. You can't defeat a trained Federation crew unless you ambush them. We'll see who gets the last laugh. You're a fool. I'm sure you would.
I have noted that the Federation enjoys talking, Captain. You may talk yourself to your grave. Prepare to be destroyed.
Okay.
Save new game. Replay delete previous game. Save new game.
And I think that was actually meant to be stream 16. So full speed
Raising
shields up, weapons.
Arming weapon.
This is going to go horribly wrong.
There are several
Pick the yellow one to go for. We're going to go for There's no way we're going to get this. Wasn't even aiming for that one. Yeah, I mean, my ship doesn't look so good.
I don't know how long she can take it.
Nah, we can't do this. I mean, it's doable, but honestly, I don't know how this fight's meant to work in a doable way. And if I slow down to go take this one on, I can't shoot that. If I slow down till the other two will just destroy me, which they're doing anyway.
The Enterprise has been
I'm not even
destroyed.
going to bother because,
Load a previously saved game.
well, I will bother because I said I'll give it to 11, but I'm fairly sure.
Raising shields. Arming weapon.
Fairly sure that this is basically impossible.
There are several Elassi.
Not that people haven't done it.
Offline? The shields are our weapons are.
Yeah, I was going a bit slow to get a bit more maneuverability.
Has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
It's just, I mean, I'm sure people have done this.
Arming weapon. Raising shields.
Maybe the idea is to get this down before the other two turn up. Maybe I should go after him first. Listen to that!
I don't know how long.
Pew 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 indeed. Lots of pew. It's not really fun at this point. And I knew this was going to be here at the end. And I have seen what happens when you finish this. And it just says well done and you get some commendation points. So it's really not rewarding to watch. Which is a real shame. But the good news is there's another game, so we don't even need to finish this.
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons.
Yep. There must be a strategy, but the game doesn't seem to have much strategy for those fights. So I think we'll just accept that was always my weakness. But the good news is there's another sequel, so we can skip this fight and keep on playing. So we'll just keep flying off into the sunset. Ridiculous.
There are several Elassi.
And we will stop there. Okay, well that's good time. Thank you for all watching, that was fun. And we will just skip to the next game because I don't see any pleasure in banging my head against a brick wall. Or certainly I think it's going to be very boring streaming if I do it. I may give it a go on my own and record it if I'm successful, but it won't be. It'll be horrible. See you for, I think the next one's Judgment Lights. So 2 of these games and we'll go for that one. Hopefully the combat's not going to be so annoying in that. Cool. Thanks for watching.